Hello and welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program. I have researched a lot of technology. I'm just finishing up stuff like drone speed and stuff like that. And I'm going to do things like walking stuff. And then we're going to actually start to research the stuff we're going to work on in this episode. I have been upgrading the yellow science as best I can. I think my maths were bang on perfect, and are based on the amount of oil I'm producing. But obviously, I do have a lot of oil built up here in excess. I mean, I'm drowning it out now, but we may as well produce the science a little bit faster than we can make the oil. Because that way, when we're not sciencing, we'll build up an excess of oil, and then we can drain it all out afterwards. So I realized that because I'd extended this line, I needed a lot more water. So I've added a lot more water. I added a lot more diamond makers. They are making diamonds, aren't they? Yes. So we've now got more than enough diamonds. Just hop over there. We were not getting anywhere near enough of titanium crystals, so I've essentially doubled the amount of titanium crystal production. And we've now got half of it going to that tower, half of it going to this tower. We don't quite have enough green production anymore, so these ones are dark and are not currently functioning. But I've added so many extra layers to these towers. We are doing a lot better on the science. We tend to have about 50 in storage when the next thing comes over to grab. So that is all very, very good. There was an update to the game which fixed a bug that meant that when you upgraded buildings, like manufacturing to level 2 buildings and that, it wasn't upgrading their power draw. So now the consumption demand is higher than it was. So the other thing I did is I made sure that both poles have a full array of these things, of the ray receivers, and I did that on the other planet as well. Added a lot more, added some more solar panels, and I added a lot more wind turbines somewhere over here. Basically, there's a thin continent, there's no resources, so I just covered it with wind turbines, which means we're doing okay at the moment. Our Dyson Swarm itself is at like 112, 113 megawatts. So this is going well. We've got like 3,000 in orbit and it keeps going up. It's possible I'm launching too many of these, but I don't really know how to judge it. So, right, these aren't produced. Well, okay. No, okay. We've got an excess of red, so those aren't producing red, not from lack of resources, but because we don't need it. Because yellow is now our bottleneck. These things are sort of like coming through in dribs and drabs, but it's getting there. What else did I do? I think I'd upgraded these previously. Basically, I was just sort of upgrading belts here and there, making sure everything would run as quickly as possible. The mall is doing well. So I think that's it until such time as I research these next levels of technology. So once I've got those last few upgrades going, there we go. 2 extra construction drones, that's good. That will speed stuff up nicely. What's this one? Inventory capacity. Always nice to have a slightly bigger inventory. And then we're going to do walking speed. We can't go any further on the mecha core. I did upgrade the mecha core a bit. But technologies. Because energy is a problem, and also I think, we need to go through this. No, okay, this is actually a dead end on the tech tree, but energy is going to keep being a problem. So I thought we would go for deuterium fractionation, which is actually only red science, so we could have grabbed it some time ago. At a certain temperature, it's possible to take advantage of the high vapor pressure ratio between liquid hydrogen and liquid deuterium. Deuterium can be fractionated from liquid hydrogen with a considerable separation efficiency. So we want to add these to the mall. Obviously, we need to invent it first. But then, once we've got the deuterium, we can make a mini fusion power generator. Basically, we can burn deuterium, which will let us make deuterium fuel rods, which is probably an even better fuel for my suit. But we can also make mini fusion power stations. Now, each one of these will output 9 megawatts. How does that compare to... Yeah, see, each of those thermal plants is only 2.1 megawatts. And a wind turbine and solar panel are only kilowatts. So that's what we're going to do. Need to just wait a bit for this research. I think what I might do is... Alright, we're going to cancel that one and that one, and we'll queue them up for after. So that way we are actually doing the deuterium fractionator. So it said it needed glass and stone and steel. Well, there's stone, there's glass, and we might have steel sort of running down the end. There we go, research complete. Deuterium fractionation technology. It needs the yellow chips as well. Which are here. Okay. Steel, glass, stone. And I can send the yellow chips down by having a sideways thing, similar to what I did here. I would just need somewhere where there's room to grab them. Oh, okay, hang on. Oh, of course. I couldn't... I thought I'd queued the mini fusion power generation, but apparently I forgot. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Here might work. But I may as well put it here, where there's nothing else sort of gonna be in the way. You are going to be making me the fractionators. Steel, brick and glass. Right, and the last thing you want is these processors. Get a level 2 belt. It's going to want to line up to here. Start it. Tell you to go up. And I found it's a lot easier if you put it down there at the end, and then you trim it back. Oh, it helps if you trim it back in the way you actually want it. That rebuilt. So we want to be level 0, but we'll start there and come down. Nice and easy. I'm going to want power, but I'll sort of line it up in case I put stuff there later. Right, we have our fractionators. Ooh, if I do a shift copy on that, it might actually connect. Interesting. Is that emptying it fast enough? Yep, so there's no need to put a higher level grabber on that. Oh, it doesn't copy the limit on it. So what will you stack to? We will find out. Okay, mechanical frame level 4. And we're going to grab our fractionators. So, where do we have a lot of excess hydrogen? Right, we are actually full on hydrogen here. I don't know how much we need to draw it off, because obviously this is going to our science, but if we put a splitter and had a priority going to the science, we might be able to do our fractionating here, and then we can have power plants here, because again there's like a continent with no other resources, so we could have our mini fusion plants there. So how do these fractionators work? Deuterium is fractionated from liquid hydrogen with a certain separation efficiency. Use a conveyor belt to introduce hydrogen from one side. After fractional distillation, export from the other side, and export the deuterium from the front port. Yeah, now I did see someone do this. So, unlike with most machines, you don't get like complete freedom. Right, so I think it's going to be best to put a splitter here. Now I'd upgraded that to a level 3 belt because I wanted to sort of empty the hydrogen as fast as possible. So I'll keep that as a level 3 belt. And I will prioritize the output that way. But then I can have some level 2 belts coming out the other two sides. So I think if we put our fractionators here, now use a mini fusion power station. It is a power generation facility that converts the energy released by controlled fusion reaction of deuterium. Oh, deuterium fuel rods into electrical energy. Okay, so you can't just burn the deuterium directly. That's interesting.
You built a fractionator, which can randomly fractionate several deuterium out of liquid hydrogen. Use a conveyor belt to import hydrogen from one side, export from the opposite side, and the deuterium will export from the front port after fractional distillation. You may want to increase the deuterium production rate. You can accelerate the speed of materials in and out, or build more fractionators.
You may want to increase the deuterium's production rate. Okay. Ah, yeah, I'm going to actually want hydrogen cycling on this. So, Let's put another splitter here. Let me get my mech closer because that will bring the light. You go in there. So I'm not sure how many of these I'm going to want. So if you come out like that. Might move that. Oops. And now I want to shift copy the belt. Oh, they need to be rotated. So I'm thinking is I can have a long row of these and we can be cycling the stuff around. Put you there. Maybe I should be using level 3 belts. I'll use level 2 until I reach this first splitter. Right, so you're going to come out of there. Do that. I'm going to come out of there and do that. But I'm going to want to prioritize the hydrogen that's going round and round the circle. So you're going to have an input priority of there. So we'll only take fresh hydrogen from here when there's room in this circle. I think I'm going to want level 3 belts. Okay, come on. Where is it? Oh, it's already upgraded. Right, input priority, and your output there. No power, idle, fractionator is not working. Please input the raw materials to be fractionated. Okay, so there's no actual, like, time on this, like how long a process takes. Alright, so I've got 16 more fractionators, so I'm going to put 8 more on each side. So we'll end up with 20 here. I'll get these all belted up before I apply any power. Right, so that's them all belted up, and the output belt goes up to get out of the way of the hydrogen. So the hydrogen should flow down here, flow back up here, input priority the hydrogen that's already circulating. So we just need to power this. There's nowhere on the inside. That's a little annoying. But I don't need to power any, I'm not having to power any grabbers or anything, so... Now we power this last one up, it should all leap into life. Okay, so a little bit of deuterium is coming out, but only every now and then. Ah, it's a 1% chance. I like the little bubbly noises. So, is any of the hydrogen making it through? Yes. Okay, and we're still... Okay, we've only just started to drain the hydrogen. Because a lot of the lines here coming from this, this is our hydrogen maker, we're just completely blocked. Although now we've drained all the hydrogen and the blockage is now actually on our graphene. Right, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave this splitter in place in case I feel the need to add a second one of these. But we do have like 20. So let's get you guys into some storage tanks. Which we can pile those higher now if we need to. One thing that might be worth doing is I could start stockpiling the graphene. Come out of build mode. Okay, I am preferentially taking the graphene that's coming from my my X-ray cracking. I suppose we aren't using it at the moment because we're not doing any research. I was wondering why this wasn't running. It's because I didn't actually finish the input. There we go. I'm curious how fast this number will go up once we've drained the backlog. Okay, that's the backlog gone. We get quite a few actually. Maybe about 4 to 5 a second. Of course, this is all just using more and more power. Generation capacity though is at 181. So these fuel rods. Deuterium fuel rods needs supermagnetic rings and a special titanium alloy. Okay, now the special titanium alloy, I believe, is on the flying network. I could be wrong about that. No, it's here, isn't it? Titanium alloy. We're just making it here and feeding it into our bus. But we do have a splitter here, so we could put a tower there and get it flying. Or we could fly the deuterium over here. Although, if we're going to be burning the fuel rods in those power plants, we might want them over there. I say we load the special alloy and the supermagnetic rings into a logistics tower. No, you're an electromagnetic turbine. Here they are. I'm like, Where are they? Okay, so currently that just terminates there. I'm going to grab some up this way. Somewhere else I can put some power in. Nope, we'll just go nice and high. Level 2 belt. Start there. Start going up. There we go, that's as high as we need it. I don't want you to intersect with that, so... Oh no, I've got to build it there first, don't I? Right, let me do that. And then we go 0 down to ground level here. Let's actually keep you up 1. There, then down. And then we're going to come. Alright, and we'll load these into a local tower. Transportation. Local tower. Will fit there. Just. And I need to grab the supermagnetic rings. It's good that it can grab like 5 at a time now. Alright, supermagnetic coils, you're a local supply. Okay, there's no reason not to just store us, just to have a nice large excess in there. And you are the titanium alloy, and we'll do the same with that. So those are the 2 things we need to make those fuel rods. Oh, you're going to need some drones. How are we doing over here? Got 2,500 so far. Made in an assembler. 6-second process. Let's aim for 6 machines. Actually, I'm going to throw that one. I forgot that I've got the copy and paste now on the things. Right. Level 2 belt. Come out to there. Now we do have a local transport tower here, but they've only got 3 slots, so I am going to have to put another one down. You want power. You want drones. keep 1,000 titanium alloy and 1,000 magnetic rings. Wow, thousands in transit already. I suppose there's 20 drones here. There's 20 drones at the other place. I'm not sure how much they can carry each. And output belts. Titanium alloy. Super magnetic rings. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. If I rotate this and offset, then they will be able to grab. So maybe we'll go with 8. Oh. Oh. Right, start the ground, please. Right, and then that's an output. So that's 8 machines making these fuel rods. The main limit is going to be the deuterium. As the machines start to build up an excess, we'll see how many of them light up. Okay, with the current amount of deuterium, it's not getting past there, but if I upgrade that belt, we will drain quicker. We're probably draining quicker than we're making it, but again, that just means that if ever we're not making this stuff, we'll build up an excess. Right. So then what I'll do is I think I will put a big storage box here. And we will fill this. I think if we just do this, it's going to be easier in the long run. I'll leave that bit there empty, because that's our possible output place. Right, well, we are draining faster than we are making. I think I'll get rid of the second story on this. A large full box of these things should be fine. So we are ready for a deuterium fuel plant, power plant. If we can make ourselves A mini fusion power station. Ooh, that has something I've not seen before. Carbon nanotubes. I don't think we're making these. Looks like it's made out of graphene and titanium. Do we know how to make these yet? We do not. Okay, so that's it for this episode, I think. We'll kick off high strength materials. Objects made of carbon nanotubes are harder than diamond, can maintain structural integrity better when subjected to greater pressure. Very practical for industrial production. Alright, so we'll definitely have that researched by the end of the next episode. We'll try and add carbon nanotubes to the bus and make our deuterium power plants. I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.